Okay, first of all, good afternoon to everyone. So, am I audible to all of you? Very few students join. Call your friends and ask them to join for the lecture. Am I audible to all of you? Hello. Am I audible to all of you? Okay. So, in the last session, we seen about which chapter we seen about in the last session. In the last session, we seen about the geothermal energy, how geothermal energy is created or generated or formed, and how that energy can be utilized for the further application. So in this session, we are going to see about the ocean energy. So ocean energy is nothing but what the ocean is nothing but the Mahasagar. So by utilizing that energy, how we can obtain the electricity. So we are going to see such points in this session or in this chapter. So these are the contents that we are going to see in the chapter. So first is the OTEC. OTEC is nothing but what? Ocean thermal energy conversion. Ocean thermal means what? Ocean, we all know ocean contains only water, but how that thermal point is came in that water. So ocean thermal energy conversion, how that thermal point is came in that is we all know the solar radiations are falling on the earth surface. So on the earth surface, you all know about near about 70% water is available. So on that 70% area, uh, solar radiations are falling on the water. So by utilizing that solar heat obtained by that solar radiations on the water, we can convert that heat energy into the electricity. That's why OTEC is nothing but what? The ocean thermal energy conversion. So after that principle of utilization, how that energy can be converted for the further applications, then setting of the OTEC plant, ocean thermal energy conversion plants. So which selection criteria should be considered for the selection of the plants, then thermodynamic cycles, tidal and wave energy. In that tidal and wave energy, potential and conversion techniques we are going to see. Then mini hydel power plants and the types of the mini hydel power plants and their economics. So in this chapter, we are going to see all these points. Okay, let us see. After completing this unit, so you will be able to revise basic concepts of the ocean energy. So you have to, you will be able to revise the basic concepts of the ocean energy, and you will understand how the energy should be converted into the electricity. That is the thermal energy converted into the electricity. Okay, if we speak about the introduction of the chapter, so ocean thermal energy conversion is a process that can produce electricity. So ocean thermal energy conversion, it is a process that can produce electricity by using the temperature difference. Temperature difference means what? Which type of the temperature difference? So whatever the solar radiations that are falling on the uh, surface of the ocean. So that solar radiation, what it does, that solar radiations emits the heat energy. So that heat energy is absorbed by the surface of the water. That is, that water is available in the ocean. So and the temperature of the ocean surface is higher as compared to the deep inside the water available into the deep inside the ocean. So by utilizing that potential difference, we can convert electricity, or we can convert that energy into the electricity, or plan should be made according to this. So next is the ocean thermal energy conversion is an energy technology that converts solar radiation to electric power. So it is a process or it is a energy technology that converts whatever the solar radiation we are getting from the sun, that converts into the electrical power. So how that conversion process is going on, that we are going to see in the principle of utilization. So the ocean contains enough energy power all the world's electrical needs. That means the we all know that water available on the earth is about 70% water. So by utilizing that much of the energy, we can cover all the electrical needs by utilizing proper utilization of the heat energy. So that much of the power is can be obtained by using the proper plants. Okay, so the next one is the oceans cover more than 70% of the earth surface. As we all know, the water availability of the on the earth surface is more than the 70%, so making them the world's largest solar collector. So how that ocean will can be called as largest solar collector. So we can convert that heat energy into the electricity. That's why ocean water is also called as the solar collector. So because we all know the whatever the solar radiations that we are getting from the sun, that are falling on the surface of the earth, and on the surface of the earth 70% of the earth surface covers the water on so solar radiations are also falling on the water, and that heat energy can be converted into the electricity. That's why that water is also called as the solar collector, because that are also absorbing the solar radiations and converting that heat energy obtained from the sun into the potential difference. So ocean thermal energy conversion is a renewable energy technology. So that converts solar radiation into the electrical power by use of the world oceans. That means the how many oceans are there? Major oceans, Atlantic, Pacific, etc. Types of the oceans are available on the earth. And by utilizing the solar radiations, electrical power can be obtained. So it is a renewable source of technology. Then OTAC process uses temperature difference between cold deep water 5 degrees Celsius and warm surface water 27 degrees Celsius to power a turbine to generate electricity. That means the deep cold water. That means the on the Earth's water surface. We all know the temperature on the ocean surface is higher as compared to the temperature under the deep water. So by comparing this potential difference, electricity can be generated. Okay, if we see the how exactly plant works. Suppose this is the ocean water, and the most of the solar radiations are falling on the surface of the ocean. Then what happens? Whenever that solar radiations are falling on the surface of the ocean, the temperature of the surface water is getting increased. So when the temperature of the surface water is getting increased, the heated water is available on the surface here, and the cold water is available below the 10 kilometer or up to 4-5 kilometer under the sea. Cold water, that cold water, the temperature difference between the cold water and the surface water is minimum should be, it should be 20 degrees Celsius. So that much of the difference should be there to utilize the electrical energy. So we can utilize that heated water for the generation of the electricity. So there are again types of the ocean thermal energy conversion system. So we are going to see that types also, and how exactly that plants are working. So we will see that also. Okay, warm water is used to evaporate working fluid like ammonia, halocarbon, refrigerant. So the warm water or heated water available on the ocean that can be, or on the surface of the ocean, that can be used to heat the another type of the liquid which is having low boiling point. That means the ammonia and halocarbon refrigerant are having low boiling point, and that can be easily converted into the vapor. So if we provide the heat of that warm water to such type of the fluid, so that fluid can be easily converted into the vapor, liquid vapor. So that vapor can be utilized to spin the turbine or to rotate the turbine. So low pressure turbine can be used for the generation of the electricity. That's why such type. Hello. Okay, so the evaporated fluid expands in a low pressure turbine, so which is coupled with a turbo alternator to produce electricity. So that evaporated fluid, that means the which type of the fluid having low boiling point, that can be used to rotate the turbine, and after that that turbine can be connected for the further process to produce the electricity. Okay, the next type is the types of the electricity conversion system. That means the types of the OTC system. Basically, there are three types of the OTC system. OTC system is nothing but what? Ocean Thermal Energy Conversion System. So there are three types. First one is the according to their type operation system. That means the type of operation. So closed cycle power plant. Then we can call it also closed loop system, open loop system, and then hybrid cycle power plant. So in the closed loop system, open loop system, and hybrid. So closed loop system and open loop system, that we are also seen in the geothermal energy. And in this chapter also we are going to see how closed loop system, open loop system, and hybrid system can be are working. Okay, on the screen, you can see here closed loop ocean thermal energy conversion cycle. So how exactly closed loop ocean thermal energy conversion cycle can be working. So in the closed cycle OTC system, warm seawater vaporizes a working fluid. That means the whatever the warm water available on the earth surface. Basically what happens whenever the solar radiations on the daytime, that solar radiations are falling on the surface of the ocean, that surface of the ocean gets heated. That means the water available at the surface of the ocean gets heated. So that water is utilized to heat the fluid. So which type of the fluid? That means the ammonia or any other type of the fluid can be utilized. So which is having low boiling point, or that can be easily evaporated. So such type of the liquid can be utilized for the such type of the liquid can be utilized for the rotating the turbine. So the vapor expands at moderate pressures. That means the pressure that we are obtaining from such type of the plants is not much higher pressure, and that pressure turns the turbine that is coupled to the generator, and that produces the electricity. So the vapor is then condensed into the heat exchanger. We will see in by the image or constructional image here. Okay, in the image you can see here evaporator is connected here. Evaporator is nothing but what? The heat exchanger. In this evaporator we are exchanging the heat. That means the temperature of the hot water or warm water is inserted in the evaporated here, and the heat energy of that warm water is transferred to the fluid. That means which type of the fluid? That is working fluid or ammonia, that is transferred from this evaporated. So the heat energy, that is water, that is hot water or heated energy that is available in the water, that is transferred to the working fluid. So whenever that heat energy is getting transferred to the working fluid, that fluid is getting converted into the vapor. So that vapor is transferred for the turbo generated here, and turbo generator. And what that turbo generator does, that turbo generator rotates by the pressure of the vapor, and that mechanical energy is transferred for the further process. So whenever that uh, vapor is transferred here, that heat energy of the vapor is getting low. So whenever that heat energy of the vapor is getting low, that liquid vapor is again condensed here. So how that condensation process is happening? So for the condensation or for the cooling purposes, cooling cold water from the deep earth or deep ocean is taken here to cool the working fluid. And after that cooling process, that water is again discharged to the water, sea water. So after condensation, what happens? Again, that vapor is converted into the liquid. So whenever that working fluid is converted into the liquid, that liquid is again passed here. Condensated liquid is passed here, and the pressure of that working liquid is increased here through the pressurizer or boiler. So again, that working fluid is transferred in the evaporated for the creating the vapor. So this process is continuous here. So the heat energy of the warm water from the ocean is utilized to heat the working fluid, that is ammonia. If we speak in the local language, जे काही समुद्राच्या सरफेस वरती सोलार रेडिएशन फॉल होतात, तर त्या सोलार रेडिएशन पासून जी मिळणारी हीट एनर्जी आहे, ती हीट एनर्जी कशासाठी युटिलाइज केली जाते? इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेशन साठी. तर ते कशी केली जाते? आपल्याला दोन प्रकारचं इथं पाणी गरजेचं आहे. एक तर हिटेड वॉटर अँड सेकंड वन इज द कोल्ड वॉटर. सो हिटेड वॉटर इज युज्ड फॉर द हीट एक्सचेंज पर्पज. दॅट मीन्स द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट करण्यासाठी एक अनदर टाइप ऑफ द लिक्विड यूज केलेलं असते. केमिकल म्हणजे अमोनिया वगैरे अशा लो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट असलेले, ज्याची वाफेमध्ये लवकर रूपांतर होतं, अशा प्रकारचं लिक्विड यूज केलेलं जाते. मग ते लिक्विड कसं ते पाईप थ्रू पास केले जाते इव्हॅपोरेटर मधून किंवा हीट एक्सचेंजर मधून. हीट एक्सचेंजर मध्ये काय केलं जाते? जे समुद्राच्या सरफेसचे जे हिटेड वॉटर आहे ते पास केले जाते, आणि जे हिटेड वॉटर आहे त्याची हीट एनर्जी काय करतो? अमोनियाला पास करतो. अमोनिया म्हणजे काय? ते लिक्विड आहे, त्या लिक्विडला पास केल्यानंतर त्या लिक्विडची इझिली कशामध्ये रूपांतर होते? वेपर मध्ये. ते वेपर मध्ये कन्व्हर्जन झाल्यानंतर त्याची जी वाफ आहे ती कशावरती ट्रान्सफर केली जाते? टर्बो जनरेटरला. टर्बो जनरेटर काय करतो? त्याच्या ज्या प्रेशरमुळे आहे ते रोटेट होतो. तो रोटेट झाल्यानंतर काय होते? इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेशन साठी नेक्स्ट प्रोसेस पुढे चालू राहते. त्यानंतर ज्या वेळेस ते वाफ टर्बो जनरेटर वरती फॉल होऊन त्याचे टेम्परेचर कमी झालेले असते, त्यावेळेस ते कंडेन्सेशन साठी पास केले जाते. कंडेन्सेशन म्हणजे काय? कुलिंग पर्पज साठी. मग कुलिंग पर्पज साठी काय केलं जाते? पुन्हा डीप वॉटर म्हणजे जे समुद्राच्या खालून जे गार पाणी आहे तर ते गार पाणी कशासाठी यूज केलं जातं? लिक्विडला कुलिंग पर्पज साठी यूज केलं जातं. आणि ही प्रोसेस क्लोज सिस्टम असल्यामुळे ते लिक्विड जे काय अनदर वर्किंग लिक्विड आहे, वर्किंग फ्लुइड आहे, ते सिस्टम मधून बाहेर येतच नाही. ते क्लोज सिस्टम म्हणजे एकदा त्याची वाफ होणार, परत लिक्विड मध्ये कन्वर्ट होणार, परत वाफ होणार, ते रोटेट करणार आणि पुन्हा त्याचे लिक्विड होणार. दिस इज द क्लोज लूप system of the ocean thermal energy. If anyone having query regarding this, can ask me. Okay, shall I move towards the next slide? Okay, so next step is the open loop ocean thermal energy conversion cycle. That means the in the last slide we seen the closed loop ocean thermal energy cycle. So in this system, what happens in an open cycle OTC? That means in an open cycle ocean thermal energy conversion system, the seawater itself is used to generate the heat without any kind of intermediate fluid. So in the last slide or in the last step, what we seen, working fluid is used. That means the another type of the fluid is used to rotate the turbine. But in this case, what happens? The heated water itself is used to rotate the turbine. Any another type of the fluid is not used in this case. So the open cycle OTC uses the tropical oceans warm surface water. That means what happens? So heated water is, I will show you directly to the diagram. So in this diagram, you can see here warm sea water is obtained from here, and that heated water is used here in the heat exchanger. So in the heat exchanger, by the use of the flash system, flash vapor system. So only vapor or only J. Suppose this is the heat exchanger. So inside this heat exchanger, warm water is inserted here, and that water is available here, and whatever the steam that coming from the that water is utilized to spin the turbine or to rotate the turbine here. And after that rotation, the condensed water, that means the water vapor is again converting into the uh, water droplets or liquid after uh, after minimization of the temperature. That means the एकदा जर का ते वॉटर आहे ते टर्बाइन वरती फ्लो केलं, फॉल झालं आणि त्याचं रोटेशन कंप्लीट झालं, तर त्याचे वेपरची टेम्परेचर जेव्हा कमी होतं तर त्याचं वॉटर ड्रॉपलेट्स मध्ये कन्वर्जन होतं. मग त्याचं वॉटर ड्रॉपलेट्स मध्ये कन्वर्जन झाल्यानंतर काय होतं, ते कंडेन्सरला पास केलं जातं. कंडेन्सरला पास केल्यानंतर तिथं त्याची हीट कमी केली जाते. हीट कमी केली जाते कशा थ्रू? जे कोल्ड वॉटर आहे. So whatever the water available inside the deep of the ocean, that water is utilized to cool the water that is coming from the turbine, and that cooled water is utilized as the fresh water. So why fresh water is named here? So this water is not contains salty water. That means the salty water is removed here itself. So the only water vapor is we are utilizing for the rotating of the turbine. That's why uh, whatever the unwanted components are available inside that water, heated water, that are thrown through as a brine. Brine is nothing but the liquid having maximum amount of the salt or unwanted components. This is called as the brine, salty water. So high concentration water is thrown here or thrown out of the system here. So this cold water is used here. That is, that cold water is taken from the deep of the ocean. That means the from the below of the sea water. So that cold water is utilized to cooling purpose of the water here. Are you understood this point? Or should I repeat this again? all are understood this point, or should I just repeat again? Okay, I will just repeat to this again. So we all know the temperature available on the surface of the ocean is high as compared to the deep water. That means the so why the temperature of the sea surface of the sea water is high? Because of the solar radiations that are falling on the surface of the sea water. So that high temperature should be used for the electricity generation. So that warm water or heated water is used in the or transferred into the heat exchanger. So what that heat exchanger does, by the process of the flash vapor system, that means the heated water is collected in the one system here, and whatever the vapor or steam coming from that water, that steam is utilized to uh, rotate the turbine or to spin the turbine here. So after that process, after that electricity generation, what process is going on, that uh, that water having low temperature, that water is collected here. सो द ज्यावेळेस ते स्टीमचं टर्बाईन रोटेट करण्यासाठी यूज होतो, त्यानंतर जी टेम्परेचर कमी झालेली स्टीम आहे ती हीट एक्सचेंजर मध्ये कलेक्ट केली जाते, म्हणजे कंडेन्सर मध्ये कलेक्ट केली जाते. कंडेन्सर मध्ये कलेक्ट केल्यानंतर काय केलं जातं, जे डीप सी मधून कोल्ड वॉटर आहे, so the water having low temperature, that is used to cool the water droplets that are converted from the water vapor. So water vapor is again converted into the liquid by the cooling process or by the condensation process. So that water is again utilized as the fresh water. So fresh water is nothing but what that water is not having the salt content or the unwanted particles are not available in this type of the fresh water. So near the coastal areas, fresh water is not available. So that can be used for the residential purposes. That fresh water can be utilized for the drinking purpose also, because the only water vapor is converted into the liquid. No salty part is converted here. So whatever the remaining salt is available inside that heat exchanger, that is again transferred to the brine process. That means that is collected for the salt making purposes. Okay, if anyone having query, they can ask me. Shall I move towards the next point? Okay, so the third type of the ocean thermal energy conversion system is the hybrid cycle. That means the hybrid cycle combines both the types of the cycle. That means the closed cycle or open cycle, but types of the cycles are combined in case of the hybrid open ocean thermal energy conversion cycle. So in a hybrid OTC system, warm seawater, I will just explain the diagram here again. So in case of the hybrid thermal energy conversion system, what process is going on? So warm water that is available at the surface of the ocean is utilized for the heat transfer media in the evaporated or in the evaporator or heat exchanger. So in this evaporator, working fluid is transferred. So why that working fluid is transferred? So that working fluid can be converted into the uh, uh, that working fluid is having low boiling point, and that working fluids can be converted into the vapor easily. So the temperature of the water is transferred or exchanged with that working fluid by the use of the evaporator here. So that working fluid is getting converted into the vapor. So that here ammonia liquid is shown here, and that ammonia vapor is transferred here for the turbine, and that vapor is utilized for the rotating the turbine here. So that turbine rotates and the electricity is generated again. So after that, when that turbine is rotated, the temperature of the vapor is reduced, and the reduced temperature ammonia is again transferred into the condenser. So in this type of the condenser, what happens? So seawater in the depth, that means the cold water is transferred into this condenser here, and that here cold water is transferred. That's why the this ammonia is getting converted into the liquid because of the colder temperature. That means the temperature of this water is not available. That means the very low temperature water is inserted in this condenser for the cooling purpose. So ह्याचं ज्यावेळेस कूलिंग पर्पज साठी युटिलाइज होतं त्यावेळेस काय होतं, अमोनिया कशामध्ये कन्वर्ट होतो, लिक्विड मध्ये कन्वर्ट होतो. त्यामुळं so that liquid ammonia is again transferred to the evaporated for converting it into the vapor. So after this can be utilized, that heated water here, that can be utilized in the flash chamber. So in the flash chamber, what happens, the water is collected in this flash chamber. So whatever the water available here, that water vapor is transferred in the condenser for the cooling purpose. So that cooled water is again utilized in the water tank. That means that can be utilized as the fresh water. So fresh water does not contain the salty content, salt or any other type of the moisture is not available in that water. That means the desalination condenser, that inside that fresh water only water contents are available, and that can be used for the residential purpose or for the drinking purpose. And this is very beneficial in the coastal areas. That means for the people who are living near the oceans, they are not having the drinking water. So this water can be utilized for the further applications. So in this system, both the open loop cycle and closed loop cycle, both the systems are merged here. That's why this system is called as the hybrid loop system. Okay, if anyone having query regarding this, then also they can ask me. Is anyone having query regarding this? Shall I move towards the next slide? Okay, so who will tell me the advantages of OTC system? What will be the advantages of ocean thermal energy conversion system? We are installing plant in the ocean and converting that heat energy into the electricity. So what will be the benefits? So instead of electricity generation, what will be the another benefits of this system? What will be the benefits of the OTC system? Okay, so the power generated from the OTC system is renewable and it is not creating any type of the pollution. So this will become one advantages because it is not creating any type of the hazardous gas or any type of the pollution is not created by utilizing this system. So this will become one advantage here. So it is a pollution free system. So this is one advantage here. So any another advantage is can anyone tell me any other type of the advantage? So what will be the another advantage? So it is renewable source. It is the power generated from the OTC is renewable and it is pollution free. This is one advantage. So another advantage, who will tell? Okay, as compared to the other sources of the energy that like solar energy, the output of the OTC system shows very small amount of the seasonal variations. That means the in the output a very small amount of the variations can be obtained instead of the large variations. So this will become one advantages because of the major variations are not shown, not obtained in this system. The very minor amount of the variations are obtained in case of the OTC system. So, is anyone having another idea about the advantages apart from this? Okay, so warm water and cold water. Both types of the water is available, and that water is freely available in the sea water. That means the return. That means the absorbing or utilization of the water of the warm water and cold water is can be easily accessible in the ocean itself. So there is no need to transfer cold water from another place and warm water from the another place. That means the but type of the waters are available in the ocean only. So this will be the third advantage. Instead of this one, anyone having idea or advantage regarding OTC system, they can also tell me. Is anyone having idea regarding this? About the advantages? Apart from these three advantages, is anyone having idea about the more advantages of the OTC system? Okay, so this is about the advantages. So who will tell me about the disadvantages? So what will be the disadvantages or difficulties in case of the ocean thermal energy sources? So high capital cost is required here in case of the OTC system because that plants are installed into the oceans. So installing of the mechanical parts is more difficult on the ocean water. So the capital investment is very high. So till now government has not contributed while installing for the installing of the ocean thermal energy system. So that system is only installed into the Japan only. So the capital investment is very high. So instead of this, anyone having idea about the disadvantages of ocean thermal energy conversion system? Okay, so if we speak about the efficiency of the system, so is this what will be the efficiency of the ocean energy conversion system? Efficiency will be high or low? Okay, if we speak about the efficiency of the system, the conversion efficiency is very low, up to 3 to 4% of the system. That means because of the small temperature difference between the surface water and the deep water. That means the temperature of the surface water and the temperature available underground the ocean. So between these two temperatures, small changes are minor changes are available. So because of this, conversion efficiency is very low, up to 3 to 4%. So because of the efficiency should be higher. But in case of the OTC system, efficiency is much low because it is up to 3 to 4%. So this will be one disadvantage in case of the ocean thermal energy conversion system. So because of this low efficiency, what happens? Efficiency of the system is low, then capital cost is also high, then again maintenance cost comes under the um, overall cost. Then after considering all these contents, though the system will become uneconomical. So the as compared to the output, the cost of the system is much higher. That's why this system is not economical. And this system can be implemented for the small plants. Only huge plants can be installed in the oceans for the higher electricity generation. So then it will be beneficial. So these are about the disadvantages. So if we seen all the contents, so if anyone having query regarding anything, they can ask me. Otherwise, we will stop here. Is anyone having query regarding anything? We seen advantages, disadvantages, types of the OTC system, what is OTC system, principle of the OTC system. These contents we are covered in this lectures. So anyone having query regarding all these contents, they can ask me directly. So we will discuss that point again. Okay, if anyone not having query regarding this, so we will stop here. I will take a screenshot of your attendance and we will stop here. Thank you for joining the meeting.